Welcome to the Cuttercast, presented by Canvas Cutter, where we leave chaos for campfires and trade deadlines for dirt roads. We dive into hunting stories, outdoor adventures, and the gear that lets you live life outside. Kick back and let's get into it. 15th century.
Early trade networks.
Hey, you know, from what I just know from history, it's been a global economy for a long time because you can find artifacts from the Middle East in Iceland, and in South America you can find stuff from Europe. So
it's been going on.
It's just been going on for quite a while.
And I don't think they were too concerned with how their money was getting circulated amongst the globe.
They just wanted the best and to live.
Yeah.
Give me that salt and spice. I don't care where it goes.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the relaunch of the Cuttercast. We are super excited to be bringing this podcast back and to once again have a platform where we can share our experiences and information and our products with you guys as well. Before we get into this episode, though, we are doing a giveaway around the relaunch of the Cuttercast. It's going to go from today, August 4th, and it's going to go all the way to August 28th, where we will announce 6 winners.
6 winners.
That's
way better than just one.
Way better than just one. There will be a grand prize winner. They will win a Dominator loaded sleep system, a burrow duffel, and some swag, which is pretty sweet awesome.
That's a good chunk of change.
It's a good chunk. There will be a runner-up who will win a Summit sleep system, a runner-up that will get a burrow duffel, and a 3 runner-ups that will get a shirt and a hat, which is pretty sweet. We'll announce all 6 winners on August 28th. And to get entered is super simple. It's going to cost you nothing. As a matter of fact, all you have to do, you can do several things to get entries. Number 1, please leave a 5-star written review, screenshot it, your review, and either send it to us in the DMs or you can email it to us at support@canvascutter.com. If you share the podcast with your friends and family on your social media, just screenshot it, share it, and tag us in it so that we can see it. That will give you 3 entries. You can follow the podcast for an entry. You can subscribe to the Canvas Cutter YouTube channel for an entry. And if you want bonus entries, you can go to canvascutter.com. Every dollar you spend at canvascutter.com over that time period from August 4th to August 28th and use promo code Cuttercast, each dollar spent will give you an entry. So if you're gearing up for the hunts and you're grabbing yourself a sleep system or a duffel bag, some swag, those are just bonus entries into the giveaway. And with 6 winners, your chances of winning have substantially increased.
6 times.
Yeah, and to leave a review for a great podcast and then win, potentially win $2,000 worth of gear is pretty sweet.
Yeah, stack your odds.
In my opinion. Awesome. Yeah, stack your odds for sure. Well, a couple things that we want to cover before we get into the details of today's podcast, which is dealing with a newer product of ours that we're all excited about. Why are we bringing the Cuttercast back? We've had it before. It disappeared for a few years. We're bringing it back.
It feels good to be back.
It feels good to be back. It sure does. And we have some new faces too, which for some of you the faces aren't new, but for the Cuttercast, they're newer. One main reason, and Shafe, you used my own words before we started to explain what I was trying to explain.
Right.
And that
you
is
say all the time.
One reason to come out with the Cuttercast is we believe that we produce pretty awesome products. But you can produce the best products in the world, and if people don't know about them, it doesn't matter. It's all for naught. Mm-hmm. And starting the Cuttercast up again gives us yet another platform to reach more people, to educate them on our products and how our products will benefit them in their outdoor adventures, and for us to get feedback from them as well on our products, which is huge for us.
Yeah, as a company, we're in a different state than when we originally launched the Cuttercast, right?
Yeah.
The goal was still the same. we wanted to create greater awareness around our brand and what products we produce. Since then, we've grown. We've done a pretty good job in expanding our customer network and our influence. And so it only makes sense to bring this back, because what we've learned over that period of time is you got to be known, like we just discussed. But at the same time, it's so important for us to make sure that we're answering the questions, because one of the things that we got really just fully aware of is education. People need to understand why our products are so good.
Yep.
And unless my biggest sales pitch, so yours is they got to know we exist, right?
Yep.
Mine is you don't know you need one until you have one.
Which you've experienced firsthand.
Yeah.
Over and over again. But my personal experience, but also all the customer reviews and conversations I've had with them over the years, we have a really high review average.
Yeah.
Dang near 5-star,
we do.
right?
Yeah.
That's for a reason, but you won't be able to experience that unless you have one. And so our job is to now educate you to entice you to purchase, so that you can experience it. And then a lot of times our customers are our greatest assets. Word of mouth by far is the strongest marketing tool we have.
Yeah, still.
So,
which is awesome.
Yeah.
One more aspect is Canvas Cutter. We're blessed in a way that Canvas Cutter allows us to spend a lot of time outdoors. We get to go on a lot of hunts. Yeah. We get to go on a lot of trips. And we experience a lot of really cool things, and we learn a lot from doing so. And so to have a platform where we can share those experiences with others, I think it's fun. And I love stories. According to the world in which I live in, human nature loves stories. And so it allows us to tell our stories and people to tell theirs. So pretty excited about it. But today's episode is on a bag.
Yeah.
The Bunker sleeping bag. It's on this thing right here. The Bunker sleeping bag. It's a newer product for us. We first question, why does Canvas Cutter have a sleeping bag? I feel like it's obvious, but
seems obvious.
It's been years, and we've never had a sleeping bag.
It really wasn't too obvious to us in the beginning.
Obviously, right?
We felt like, there's a number of quality 0-degree canvas flannel sleeping bags out there for relatively cheap. I mean, I've had one for a long, long time that I would throw in my Dominator bedroll, and it was great. My experience with that has been nothing but good and great. So,
bro, there are a few things better than a chilly night and a flannel sleeping
Seth,
bag.
don't get me started, man. I love crawling in my
You're
sleeping
the most
bag,
experience
dude.
with that by far.
Oh, yeah.
But so there wasn't like this huge alarm bell for us that was like, hey, we need to come out with our own sleeping bag.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't like we were solving a problem.
Correct.
Like with the bedroll, it's like it's so convenient, and it really does change a lot
the game
and how you experience the outdoors. But sleeping bags already exist, so it wasn't obvious in that way.
But then when we actually finally crossed that threshold of like not having the idea of a sleeping bag in our brains to then saying, hey, should we come out with one? Then we started to scrutinize sleeping bags. Yeah. And there's a lot of things that we resolved with this bad boy.
There was a lot to be wanted, it turns out.
Yeah, we got to let our imagination run wild. And I think, all the feedback we've received so far about this bag is that it is very much feature rich for just a basic canvas and flannel sleeping bag.
Yeah, and one thing we did with this sleeping bag, which we're currently in the process of doing a second round, is we did a pre-order. And during the development stages of this product, which we hadn't done before, we really involved our community on, like, from name to color to features. And there were features that people mentioned that got in here.
That's a great point. It wasn't all just our ideas.
And one of which I would have never put in the pillow sleeve.
Pillow sleeve.
I was like, no. And then we had that bloke from Australia be like, you gotta have a pillow sleeve. You gotta have a pillow sleeve.
Yeah.
And then we tried it and we're like, okay, that's
right.
probably a feature. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to be in there. The full zip, L zip.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I love using my sleeping bag like a blanket more than a sleeping bag, and apparently a decent amount of people enjoy that as well. So we're like, well, can we offer all of it? And I feel like, boys, we
kind of did it.
If you sleep cold, this works for you. If you sleep hot, this works for you. It's the most adaptable sleeping bag
very versatile
on the market.
Yeah, the only downside is the weight and size, but really the argument is that's one of its greatest features. Too. So,
and that's kind of our whole thing anyway.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So it comes in a canvas carry bag that's nylon lined. It's got a great Oxford nylon on the inside. Our 14.5 ounce canvas shell. So when you aren't using it to carry the bunker sleeping bag, it now becomes a usable duffel bag.
I mean, it's large. Do we know the cubic inch of that thing or the liters?
I haven't measured the cubic inch or liters.
You could fit quite a bit of stuff in there.
You could fit a lot of snacks.
All I know is I can fit my bow in it.
That's true.
And it's a 33-inch
Yeah.
Matthews. And,
That's right.
And it fits. It zips up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is actually sweet.
That's cool.
So the bunker sleeping
I love
bag.
that roll out.
So
satisfying.
So feature rich. Let's quickly go over these features. Let's start in the bottom and work our way to the head.
Okay.
I feel like
that's probably my favorite feature anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about it, Shafe, because actually I've never thought about including it. You brought it up.
Yeah.
And it is pretty sweet.
I have
It's
an
really
expensive high-end down backpacking sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And it has a foot escape. And using it is so nice to regulate your temperature because most people think, and it's true, your heat escapes from your head. Absolutely it does. But the real radiators of your body are your hands and your feet. Mm-hmm. And so to really control your body temperature, the ability to unzip this bottom portion, and then if I get hot, all I have to do is bend my knees, point my toes, and stick my feet out, and it is crazy.
It's crazy how well
quick
it works.
You can actually get cold, right? And when you get cold, bend your knees, pull them back in,
baby.
Yeah. So, and we did it. We tried it a number of ways. Initially, we didn't have a zipper. We felt like a good enough overlap of the fabric would have been sufficient. But with further testing, we decided, you know what, let's just throw a zipper on there. And if people want to, it's so simple. Jake, you just did it in less than a second.
Oh, yeah.
Unzip that bad boy before you roll it, put it into your bedroll, and you're good to go. But if you're using it in really cold temperatures, zip it up because you're most likely not going to use it.
It's kind of like a seasonal zipper, if you will.
Yeah,
exactly. I always leave mine open in the summer, but in the winter, that thing's always going to stay shut because I'm not.
Yeah,
you don't
want to get.
I want my heat to escape.
So that was a huge feature that we talked about. Like had to be in it because we had not seen a flannel and canvas sleeping bag with a foot escape.
Yeah.
There are several down mummy bags that have them, but I've never seen it on a flannel. So you get the comfort and weight of flannel, but you're going to see as we go over these features the amount of ways you can vent this thing so that you can reach your comfort rating is incredible. You did skip.
I did. Yeah,
you did skip one of the very foot feature, and
This is my favorite.
the foot wedge.
Yeah, this is by far my favorite.
Why?
Are you a back sleeper?
I am. Man, I
that's
hate
why.
my feet getting smashed.
Yeah.
Like, it keeps me awake to that level, right?
Yeah.
Well, that problem solved.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Look at all that
increases
room.
the amount of room you have in
no
there
pressure.
so much.
No pressure.
There's a
Happy
number of
toes.
Happy
CNAs
toes.
out there that nursing assistants that got their training. Like when you're taking care of our elderly in those old folks' homes, they teach you to pull the sheets and pull it up. Like most nurses at the hospitals, like you got to pull that sheet up and give those feet space because you can create bed sores and all sorts of issues. But it's painful. Even it's not that heavy, but that resting on your foot, if you're on your back, at some point it gets aggravating.
Yep.
So back sleepers, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Super.
And it's a sizable wedge. Can you show that? Like
it is a sizable wedge.
I think if we measure it from bottom to top, it's like 12 inches.
Easy 12.
Yeah,
So.
Oh, yeah.
So super cool features down there in the foot box. Now, The bunker has an L zipper on the right side that goes from the top. You can zip it all the way down and across the bottom so that this thing will fold out and you can use it like a blanket, which is my favorite way of using a sleeping bag. I think it's the most comfortable. You get our foam pad with the buffalo plaid foam cover on it, and you unzip this thing and use it like a blanket. Oh, it's so
We don't need to go
nice.
all the way down and around, but I did want to at least flap this open.
Yeah, so there's an L zipper on the right side that goes all the way down and around the foot box,
And
so you
zipper
can use it
pull
like a blanket.
at bottom and at the top.
Which is that's another really small thing that's huge, because you could have the side zipped up and unzip the bottom, and again, without your feet sticking out but allowing airflow all the way through the bag.
If you're a
Super
tall
comfortable.
sucker and you can't fit it,
Stick them out the
Just
bottom.
stick them out the bottom. Put socks on. And then on the left-hand side, it's got a 3/4 zip that also has a zipper to go down, from the bottom to the top. And the reason why that is big in my mind is because I do like stuff around my arms and shoulders, but to zip this up and have my knees, waist area venting.
yeah, you can stick a knee out or a thigh out real easy right there.
So comfortable.
Yeah.
So awesome.
And also, these zippers lock.
Yeah.
So the only way that they'll unzip is if you have the zipper pull itself in line with the zipper, so that it glides nice and smooth. But if it's any perpendicular to the zipper itself, the pull, it locks, so it won't open up on you, which is super nice too.
Yep. Nice YKK locking zippers. I do want to. I like your idea of having this down. Let's flap it open a little bit so people can see the gorgeous buffalo plaid there.
So nice.
It's got the anti-snag zippers.
That's a feature that I think it goes
That's
underrated
big.
too. That's huge.
It's so big.
And
so annoying.
Not
when you
only
have a
did we
zipper
do
snag.
that, we did it oversized too, because
Yeah, we did.
this is not like a new technology, of course, but the bulk of our competitors or options out there, it's very small, and so you can still have that zipper travel and snag your
Always
flannel.
getting jammed.
So we went extra wide, and so there is a very low likelihood that you're going to snag your zipper.
Yeah.
which is sweet. Buffalo plaid flannel, super soft, really comfortable. It's a 0-degree bag. When we were testing this, I had our one sample. You had an older sample.
Mhm.
Did you have a newer sample?
I think so, yeah.
And we went up to Schofield here in Utah, Schofield Reservoir. How cold was it that night? There was 1.5 foot of snow on the ground. We dug out.
Schofield or Strawberry?
It was strawberry.
Oh, it was strawberry.
Yeah,
It was
I was
strawberry.
confused. I was
not
like, I don't
Schofield.
remember Schofield.
Yeah,
Mhm.
strawberry. That's right. How cold? Can you guys remember
Dude,
how
it
cold
was
I don't remember.
it was
It
like
was cold.
4 degrees.
It was
Yeah,
nasty.
it was so
It was
cold.
very chilly.
My truck got stuck on the thermometer reading.
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
And it like wouldn't change.
Uh-huh.
It was really, really cold. I wasn't cold, but anyways,
You
super
could see
comfortable.
you could see the next morning when we rolled up our bedrolls underneath, they're like dry
true.
patches
Yeah,
under
'cause we-
us. How warm we were.
That's right. We shoveled off basically asphalt, but
Yep.
we couldn't see the asphalt.
You
It was
didn't get
snow
down to the
covered.
asphalt, yeah.
And we had melted through the snow and ice. and
Yep.
we had dry asphalt underneath us.
which is cool. Well, working towards the head, we already mentioned this. So we have a pillow sleeve that actually fits another product that we'll be coming out with soon. And we're going to be having an episode coming up here soon to talk about that product, some more details in the future. But what's our feelings about the pillow sleeve? I historically have never had a bag that had one, and I didn't feel like I had a need for one. Having used it,
Yeah.
It's nice. It's
I
very
like it.
convenient. Keeps
Yeah.
your pillow in the same spot. Like, I feel like that's more of a problem on air pads, but
Mhm.
occasionally when you're shifting around, your pillow
air
gets
pads are an
shifted.
air pillow, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so it just keeping it locked in right there.
Well, one of the
is
things
pretty
is
nice.
I've done it. I'm sure a lot of you have. Is you show up to camp, you've got all your gear, and you go to get in your bed, and you go, "Oh crap,
Forgot my pillow
forgot my pillow."
all
Yep.
the time.
So you'll grab your big puffy coat or whatever and just like stack it there. Well, now you can store it up under here. You can put a change of clothes or whatever, so you can build your own pillow and still have a plush surface.
Yeah,
true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
True.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, but and it's sizable too. This trap, so you can fit any standard size pillow in there, and of course it's tailor made for what we have in store, but nonetheless, it will work for a lot of people.
Okay, Shafe, what's the final main feature that we have up here in the head?
Up here in the head, we did 2 pretty sizable pockets on either side of the pillow trap here, pillow sleeve. They're both zippered. At the bottom, though, they do have cord escapes. So we wanted to be the ability to put our cell phones in there and have headphones, charging cables. I'm blind, so I take my contacts out at night and I have my eyeglasses. It's really nice to be able to put my eyeglasses in there.
Headlamp is king for me.
Headlamp.
I can't tell you how many times I'm looking for my headlamp at 4 a.m.
Absolutely.
and I can't find it anywhere.
Chapstick, whatever. So 2 good-sized pockets, big enough for the bulk of your power banks, the biggest cell phones. So we tried to make that accommodating for a lot of different things you could think of.
Which is super convenient.
Sorry, can we just go back to this zipper here?
Sure.
Yes, of course.
I love being able to flap this down to get in. Man, it is such a pain in the butt when you have one there is no zipper.
Oh, yeah, because
it's only one side.
or
and you're trying to squeak that down.
Yep.
It gets jammed. Like, such a pain to get into.
I agree.
Especially if you're using a bedroll. For the reason being, if you find a nice level spot and it's up against a pine tree, but your bag is left-handed, so now your entry into your bag is up against the tree.
Oh,
you've got to enter either side.
It's amazing. Like,
that is
great point, Jake.
There's another point that I really like that we actually omitted and did away with. If you notice here, there is baffles for the zipper along your sides. I'm sure yours has it or you're familiar with it, but typically they'll do a baffle, a collar baffle along the top here. Even putting it together and cinching it up, like who sleeps with those on? If you do
get a bedroll,
I'm impressed. But
get a bedroll, you won't need it.
It didn't make sense for us. So like even silly things like that, we were really tried to pay a lot of attention to detail. What would be the best product for all circumstances and situations, and that was one of the things that we decided to get rid of.
Especially in the bedroll. Like I've used those head baffles like out in the open air when it's super cold, more specifically in a down bag. But yeah, when you're in your bedroll, it's like
which
don't need it.
And we do have the drawstring
We
here
do have a
and
drawstring
here, so you can suck that down if it is cold.
Also, metal. We wanted to go away from all plastic.
Yep.
So.
Which is sweet.
Plastic is great, but
quality.
Metal, if it's, the quality is just much higher.
So just a couple simple nerdy details. So YKK zippers, we've got a flannel, buffalo plaid flannel on the inside, super soft. We've got the canvas outer shell with a DWR coating on it, and If you need to wash it, you can wash this thing in your washing machine. It will, as most of you probably already know, take off the DWR coating. But they have so many.
I use Gear Aid. Granger's a great one
that you can put in your machine and it will recoat it.
Yep.
But we did design it to be used in our bedroll, and if it's in a bedroll, it doesn't need to be water repellent. And most of you are in a tent or a trailer or a bedroll anyways. So, but just thought I would share that. It's 90 inches long and it's 36 inches wide, so it can fit a lot of human, as I like to say.
Yeah, absolutely. You bigger boys will have no problem sleeping in this. And that's what's great about it. This, for us, the sleeping bag is such a great tool for us it's an easy threshold to break past for a customer, right? It's a great introduction to the Canvas Cutter brand because you don't need a Dominator bedroll, even though this was made to fit hand in glove. This is tailor-made to really complement the Dominator, but everybody can use a sleeping bag, right? Even if you've had one that you've been really happy with for 20 some odd years, this is an improvement to what you have. almost guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So, we did do a pre-order initially. We sold out of them in 6 days.
Yeah.
Since then, we've been chasing our tail ever since, right?
Yeah.
We get a number of emails, phone calls all the time. When is the bunker bag back? Right now, they're in manufacturing.
Mm-hmm.
There is a ton of sewing time that goes into these, so it's not a quick turnaround for us. But we do have one in production currently. They will be here the end of September. They'll start delivering 1st of October. We are doing a pre-order on them right now. And the reason why is because we were getting bombarded legitimately of when are they back?
Yeah.
When are they back?
Yeah.
And it's like there's so much demand that if we don't open it up, people are going to be upset when we do launch it and they miss it and it's going to be gone again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are giving you ample amount of time, but with doing so, you do recognize that you'll have to wait. So,
And they are selling fast. So if you're listening to this podcast and you're interested, go to canvascutter.com. Under bags, you'll see the bunker bag. Click on it. You can learn more about it. But if you want one, get one because they're going pretty quick. That is the bunker sleeping bag. What I think is the most versatile sleeping bag on the market as far as meeting your sleep needs. And sleep is so vital to being successful and to being healthy. Yeah. Hopefully that was insightful. A lot more of these episodes coming up, a lot more products to talk about, and we have some really exciting new products that you guys don't know about that we will be going over very, very soon. So keep tuned. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you get entered into the giveaway. And until next time, keep on keeping on.